It's comic time. Welcome to Wolfie Comic Reviews, where I take a look at the newest IDW outings of everyone's favorite blue hedgehog, dramatically read it back to you, and then give it a score. Today's issue is number 67, featuring Surge and Kit in the Resistance? Huh. Hit that like button, and if you're new here, subscribe for more videos like this one. And without further ado, what do you say we get into the dramatic reading followed by my review? Don't go anywhere, it's gonna be great. Enjoy! Restoration HQ. Amy? Surge? And Kit? I have so many questions. Ain't it obvious? I'm chilling with your bestie. She was telling me this crazy story about a forest fire. You do know who this is, right? I do, and I know it sounds crazy, but she came in peace. She made a point of finding me to announce she and Kit wanted to turn their lives around. After all, you said I could. You made it sound so simple. Our last fight was a bit of a close call. It got me to reprioritize, so here we are, ready to start over. Right, Drippy? Yes. Yeah, just like that? Starline Base, Sigma, earlier. This is all there's left to eat around here? Seriously? I'm sorry, it's all I could find. The base has no power, so anything perishable is rotten. And there's not much to forage beyond the walls. I ain't living off berries and roots. We need to get out of here. Yes, but where? Dr. Eggman is aware of us, so his bases will be on high alert. We don't belong anywhere in polite society. This place is falling apart around us. I know all that! You're supposed to be the smart one. Figure it out. I'm trying. Has Eggman come back to look for us? I'm gonna tear off his mustache and feed it to him. Tear him down! Right. Using a series of quick water attacks, Kit takes down the various Eggman tech. Time to toast the small fry. Messing with our tech? Then get ready to scuffle. These bots are protected by... As Rough and Tumble are beginning their entrance rhyme, Surge quickly attacks and takes them down. What do you say, boys? Should I make your tails match? No mercy! No mercy for Eggman goons. We don't work for Eggman no more, idiot. Yeah? Then what's with all the egg tech? It and the fools you've trounced belong to me. Hold the mooks. Yes, ma'am. My apologies for the intrusion. I had assumed the late Dr. Starline's base was no longer occupied. You knew that, sack of trash? I did indeed. I deal in all manner of scrap and robotic refuse. Dr. Starline was a frequent client of mine, for all sorts of resources. Wait a minute, you mean... I know who you are, Miss Surge. I know what you are. I know a great many things, such as you don't mind getting your hands dirty, and that you have no love for Sonic the Hedgehog or his friends. Perhaps we could do business, maybe. Who are you? How rude of me. I'm Clutch the Possum, and publicly I run Clean Sweep Inc. My company clears out areas once invaded by Dr. Eggman, and sells the materials back to him, or whomever needs questionable technology. People think it's a kindly public service. I see no need to correct them. Heh, alright. Where do I come in? Sonic's friends do the same work as my company, but legitimately that's bad for business. I'm in the process of staging a hostile takeover, if you will. Help me further my plans to steal the restoration, and in return I'll tell you everything I know about you and your young companion. You got a deal, old man. But how will we even get near their headquarters? We're their enemies. Oh, I know just how to get in the front door. Yeah, just like that? Yeah, just like that. Cool, glad you came around. Let me and Amy give you the grand tour of the place. To keep an eye on them? Oh, you betcha. So you've already seen the mall. Lots of dining and shopping options for the staff and anyone passing through, which is supplied by this depot. You guys need all this? Nope. This is where we organize the supplies for anyone in the world. Oh hey Blaze, hey Silver, what are you up to? While touring the world, I learned Missouri was suffering from poor crops this season. Jewel helped put together an aid shipment, and we're going to bring it over there. Who is your new friend? This is Surge.
She tried to destroy me a couple of times. Honestly, Sonic, you need to stop making friends like that.
Wait, he seriously makes a habit of this?
When we first met, I was hostile. We fought rather ferociously back then. Ha! I remember that. Me and Silver had our own moments of friction too.
At least you're super nice about it afterwards.
I've got stories about him throwing down with Knuckles and Shadow for days.
Have any of your friends not tried to waste you?
Look, once you get to know me, I'm very likable.
So since I fought him, does that mean I'm an honorary restoration mook like you two?
We are not affiliated with the movement.
We just like to help out.
The restoration is a volunteer movement. Everyone is free to come and go as they please. If this place doesn't suit you, you're welcome to leave anytime.
Trying to get rid of me already?
I'm making it clear it's your choice. No one will force you to do anything you don't want to do here.
You really mean that?
Let's continue the tour. Safe travels, you two.
Hey Sonic, think fast!
Ha! You couldn't hit the broadside of this hedgehog. Here in the machine shop, they maintain the vehicles that deliver everything in the supply depot, along with search and rescue craft.
Uh-huh. I've had my fill of gadgets lately. Besides, tech here is more Kit's thing. You hear that, Drippy? You can hang out here and show Tails how it's done.
Ah, another young, aspiring gearhead? You're always welcome here, kiddo. See you around?
Sup, Belle? Hello, Sonic. Hello, Amy. Hello.
Ah, Sawdust! What's she doing here?
We're gonna get a lot of that here.
Good.
Surge and Kid are here to start over. Are you sure? Dr. Starline made them.
Yeah, and Eggman made General, Omega, and me.
Yeah, I guess you've set a precedent.
Hey, I thought I smashed that gizmo.
You did. I rebuilt it and have been fine-tuning it ever since. I was just about to deliver it to Whisper, in fact. Perfect timing. We can go with you and make introductions. Hold on. Maybe we should ease into that one? You know, given the circumstances.
Nah, why question Sonic's judgment? I'm sure it'll go fine. Go on, Mr. Big Shot, say something.
You're not helping. Look, I know there's some bad blood here, and for good reason. But if we give them a chance, they'd be awesome in the Diamond Cutters. Yes, but only if they want to join. Why wouldn't they want to kick butt?
Yo, they are in the room. They have thoughts and opinions of their own.
Sorry.
I think it's a great idea. The team gave me a chance, and I'm a nobody. Having someone on par of Sonic and Tails would be a huge help.
I have my concerns, but if they're coming off the recommendation of former Commander Rose, I won't object. Lanolin, we've been through this. I believe in Sonic and his ideals. I'm willing to give them a chance. No. Come on, Whisper. No. You can choose to trust her. I don't. I won't.
Finally! You're the first to show any real sense around here. I can tell you want to take me out here and now. I like you. Maybe I will join your little club. You can aim that wisp flinger at the back of my head all day if you want. I don't blame you. I encourage you.
Fine. I will be watching.
If Surge joins, I'm joining too. Yeah, we're a package deal.
Later.
I gotta admit, this is a pretty impressive setup. It'd be a real shame if someone burned it to the ground.
Yeah, a bigger shame is what'll happen to the idiot who tries that.
Yeah, well, it's not like you guys are here all the time.
No, but the Diamond Cutters are here, and security has been tightened since the Deadly Six invaded. They'll be okay.
See Sonic the Hedgehog number 41 through 44.
Sorry to interrupt.
No worries, you're a duo, right?
Got it in one. I just got set up here myself, so Lanolin sent me to help Surge and Kit settle into a place of their own. Why not? Tour's over anyway. See you around.
Are you sure about this? Nah, but meeting Mecha Sonic and the others reminded me that everyone deserves a second chance. Third even. Starline stole their lives from them. They should have a chance to make a better one for themselves.
See Scrapnik Island number 1 through 4.
What brings you back in town anyway? I wanted to hang out with Jewel. She's been super busy. Apparently she's making a deal with something called Clean Sweep Inc. That might ease that burden though. Cool. Since you're free, wanna grab dinner? Sure.
Meanwhile, back with Surge and Kit.
Here's your room. It'll do. No leaks or drafts at least.
I took the liberty of getting you a shared room since you two are codependent. Whoa, Kitty's got claws after all?
I've got far more than claws. Mimic the octopus, infiltrator. Clutch told me to make contact with you once you were inside.
Haha, oh man, they have no idea, do they?
None. Bravo on the bold play of Whisper earlier. You need to tone down the glare though, boy. You're happy here, remember?
So what's the plan now?
Keep up the act for now. Play nice with the others, but not too nice. If they're keeping an eye on you, they aren't looking too hard at me. Once Clutch is ready, he'll send us the order. We'll hit our targets while their guard's down. He'll come in, take advantage of the chaos, and we're out.
What about Tails? Is he a target?
Priority target, along with anyone in your way.
I like it here now. See? I knew this was a good idea. Looking forward to working with you, Duo.
Next time, Sonic and Tails reunited. So, I was not expecting Kit and Surge to just casually pull up in the Resistance HQ like that. Figured there was going to be some kind of huge buildup or something leading to the reveal, but nope. There they are, just chilling with Amy, and even Sonic is thrown off by it. Like they're just there with no fanfare or nothing, eating chili dogs and being like, oh hey Sonic, what's up? So after a series of casual exchanges, we find out that Kit and Surge didn't originally come here on their own volition, but because of a deal they wound up making with local business owner, chow abuser, and scumbag Clutch. The possum lets on that he apparently knows a lot about the two, and tells them that if they help him in his further business endeavors, he'll tell them everything he knows about them. Now here's something I couldn't help but notice when I was looking over these pages. Warning, warning, potential spoilers for future events in the comics, but it's just a theory. Skip to this timestamp to avoid this. Did anyone else notice that Surge and Clutch seem very similar? Not just color scheme wise, but with the black and green and having the same rounded ears, the sharp teeth and such? It might just be coincidence, but like, what if, and hear me out, Clutch is Surge's father? Yes, he's an opossum, but Surge's mother could have been a Tenric. We had chipmunks and squirrels getting it on in the Archie series, so it wouldn't be too far-fetched to think they'd do it again. And the fact that he seems to know about her makes it seem as though he might have had a hand in her winding up in Starline's control. What if he gave her away, or was directly responsible for taking her from her mother when she was young? I'm sticking to the father theory for now, which would make this one of the most f***ed up familial relationships in Sonic history. Makes you wonder about Kit too. And speaking of Kit, he must have the complex of the century. The poor kid legit has little brother syndrome and abandonment issues. You can tell because of how clingy he is to those he values, namely Surge and at one point Sonic when he thought Surge was gone. Of course, this stems from all the mental conditioning that Starline put him through, but just seeing how he reacts whenever Surge makes a decision is kind of heartbreaking. The little dude just isn't capable of his own free will anymore. He always has to be where Surge is. But on a slightly lighter note, why did they have my man mean mugging everyone the entire issue? Like the whole time I was reading the book, I was cracking up seeing Kit's dead serious expression and glare to every single person. He was dead-ass glaring everybody down. Like, Kit, I 100% understand you are all business and not here to make friends, but goddamn, smile, motherfucker. It's bad when even Surge is pretending to care even a little bit, and we know she hates every single person there even more. But it seems for now, Kit has one target, and that's Tails. Surge and Kit are legit turning into my favorite antagonists as this series continues. With Surge and Kit at the Resistance, Sonic and Amy volunteer to show them around the place. Not just to be friendly, but also to keep an eye on them. Which is just a big whew moment. Like, I'm sure many of you are like me and being like, please don't tell me you're fully trusting these guys. But thankfully, Sonic is forgiving, but not naive. He's about giving second chances, but he's not an idiot about it either. Which, by the way, I love the callback to almost every single friendship Sonic has made over the years. It's kinda true that almost everyone he meets wants to kill him at some point. Knuckles, Shadow, Blaze, Silver, the list is pretty big. Even Surge is surprised by the sheer amount of people that have taken a swing at him. I guess people just seem to hate Sonic at first, at least until they get to know him. With everyone at the Resistance feeling somewhat uneasy, it's nice to see they're being a bit more cautious this time. I'm also getting some serious Mr. Tinker storyline vibes from this. Only this time we know Surge and Kid are up to no good, and everybody else is onto them. But perhaps the best thing to come out of this bit is how Surge makes an offhanded comment about how it would be a shame if someone happened to burn the place to the ground.
And Sonic's response is basically the equivalent of f**k around and find out. Like, damn, Sonic basically telling her in the nicest way possible not to get any ideas. In fact, their whole dialogue through this whole thing is great. When Surge is not trying to kill Sonic, they're actually kind of fun to see bouncing off one another. Like, Surge is obviously there to f**k it up, but she's clearly having fun with it. Making passive threats and taunts to keep everyone on edge. And speaking of everyone, can we take a moment to appreciate this panel? I adore the expressions here. It honestly reminds me of being introduced to a new group of people by your friend at school. And they're clearly not cool with you being there, but they tolerate you at the lunch table because of your friend. They are all just giving her and Kit the most intense stink eye. Especially Whisper, who, considering everything Surge put her through, I can't blame her. Surge beat her mercilessly, tried to kill her, stole her dead teammates' Wisp, and used them as weapons. Yeah, if I were in her shoes, I wouldn't be very forgiving of her either. Despite what everybody else is telling her, I wholeheartedly agree with Whisper here. Of course, with Whisper calling Surge out and telling everyone she refuses to forgive her, this seems to make Surge very happy. Finally meeting someone with some common sense, as she says. Something tells me Surge and Whisper are going to be enemies long after this story is done. After that shaky meeting, Surge and Kit become honorary new members of the Diamond Cutters, and the tour is over. Oh look, a Son Amy moment for all those obsessive fans. Duo agrees to show the two their new room, and once alone reveals himself to be Mimic, the other inside man from Clutch. The three begin discussing how they're going to start taking apart the resistance from the inside out, and Mimic is quick to point out that their presence is perfect to keep the attention off of him. And this had me going, huh, this is an actual well-executed plan. And Clutch planned all this? Not bad, Possum Guy. Seems we finally have a competent villain joining the fray that is sticking to the more lower end of villainy. He's not trying to take over the world or destroy it, but he's definitely profiting from it. I like it, and he's got a bunch of pawns at his disposal too. Ruff, Tumble, Surge and Kit, and Mimic to name a few. Let's see how this whole thing plays out next issue, shall we? I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I'm really liking where the story is going, so this issue gets a 9.1 out of 10. This will either end with the Resistance being destroyed, with Surge and Kit being proud or regretful of what they've done, or who knows, maybe they'll have a change of heart at the last second and stop Mimic and Clutch? What are your theories for how this plays out? Let me know your thoughts, spin dash the like button for the engagement and algorithm, and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you all next time. This video is brought to you by my patrons: Latrice, AWOLS, Twitter1, Brenda Ojimu, Gabriel, Pokedexes, Shadow, Pimp Ouija, Kaylin Meyer, Maverick, Marcy Martin, The Marble Gardener, Dacia Doodles, A Human in a Hoodie, Nazare Pierogard, Max Moeller, Hawkin125, No Name, Kiera, Julia Bonavita, Jeffrey Dahl, Jack Thorne, Seiko, Anthony Sampson, Dennis Taylor, Ivan Lugo, Jack Rigg, Milza Hodinu, Little Rara, Black Flash 09, Shadow Soul, The Zeto Blade, Nan Lagoshi, Noah Whitson, Sarah McMiniman, The Zerai, Martin Brown, Ruckus 3K, Chris, Hotshot Ninja, Green. Thank you for your continued support. You guys make this all possible.